Hey friends, I feel like it's been so long since we hung out. I've been trying to find the time in my day and amongst all of the things that have been going on, and it's just not quite happened. But I'm so glad that I finally have a moment to sit with y'all and be in this energy because I've been craving it so much. How are you? I hope you're doing okay. Let's have a look at what your guides want to bring to your attention today. Universe, please. Insight and information. What would you like to bring to the focus of this beautiful, glowing, delicious collective? Okay, we have Judgment and we have the Knight of Cups. All right. I'm getting energies straight away from this, but I just want to make sure I am getting enough context around it. It feels like you're ready to walk so much more open into kind of every connection that you're going towards, but it also looks like there might be someone in particular that's wanting to walk more emotionally towards you as well. Okay. Bordering on love readings. Don't mind my energy, okay? I'm very single Pringle right now, and I'm It's just I'm in a very confident place where I'm so happy to be on my own. So whenever I get someone's coming towards me, my biased little energy of no, leave me alone comes in. But you might not be of that energy. So let's have a look at any other main theme cards. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we do have the working on you doing your grind-ish. So this is definitely your guides are a little bit don't let whatever is about to come up in this reading derail you from your grind, okay? And the things that you want to be focusing on. So we'll get into that later, but let's get into this. Let's get into the Judgment and the Knight of Cups energy. Let's start with the Judgment. This one feels the heaviest. This one feels it feels like a very heavy gut feeling. It feels like someone has been ruminating over maybe an interaction, maybe a relationship. There feels like there's been some kind of shadow type potential ego death situation going on with someone in relation to you. So you might feel that energy around you. It might also just be someone who's going through that themselves. But I feel like for the majority, it's going to be someone that you've had some kind of relationship, some kind of situation with, and they are having a bit of an ego death, ruminating moment over this connection. So let's get into it. Oh, it feels heavy. It feels heavy and stressful in my gut. We have the High Priestess. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Fool, okay? This is what is on their mind, right? They are seeing you so truthfully, honestly, for the first time in a long time. They are seeing you absolutely in your power with that High Priestess, Page of Cups. You are intuitive. You are I'm getting you're scarily honest and scarily accurate. It freaks them out how kind of locked in you are with what's going on around you, the energies around you, and how fiercely and fearlessly ready you are to offer your heart to people, to explore emotions, to exchange energy with people in a way that is deep, truly deep. Because you can already read people. That's what I'm getting with this High Priestess energy. You read people straight away. And no matter what you get from when you read someone on a first impression, or from kind of clocking an energy, you're ready to kind of receive them in their current state without judgment. And I think that usually when you do this, more often than not, you leave people better than how they met you, because you do an energetic exchange. You might be highly empathic, so you take on a little bit of their pain, and in exchange, you give them a little bit of your hope, a little bit of your acceptance, your radical self-love. You exchange that. So you have them feel really seen with their emotions, and then you just give them a little piece of your energy, which is just that loving acceptance that maybe they haven't given to themselves. Grelina, that's so pretty. That's a pretty energy to be in. Love that for you. Then we have the Fool card here. Someone is feeling foolish that they completely fumbled this, or that they didn't see, or that they wouldn't let them see this truth about you earlier. And they also messed up a new beginning. There's this new beginning thing that's popping up. And we have the Hanged One at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're ruminating. Did we all listen to Lily Allen's new album? Ruminating, da 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 da. Okay. Let's see what else we need to know about this energy, because I want to move off. Like, I love that they are seeing you in your, like, truest form. That's awesome. But, like, what do you need to know about this energy so that you can navigate this kind of lingering energy? Okay, Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Okay, so this message has come through before, and the reason why I feel like it's coming through is because I know that if you're that deeply empathic person who is going to take on and, like, feel a little bit of the pain that other people go through as an empath, that you also feel your own emotions very deeply. So you might choose to bring the positive emotions out into your social interactions and meet people with that loving heart. But your capacity to show that love and show that empathy comes from you fully feeling your own hurt. Because when you fully feel your own hurt, it means that you can empathize with other people. You imagine what it must be like in their situation and you feel that hurt because you know what hurt feels like. And when you know what hurt feels like, I'll bet there's part of you that has those underlying feelings of resentment, hurt, anger, frustration. And I love that you make the choice not to bring that into relationships, dynamics, dialogues. And the cards here are saying, like, there is so much for not just this person, but everyone to learn from you. So much to learn from you. And it's just by setting the example. You are so heart-led that you don't need to teach people how to treat each other. You just treat people well, and that energy of, like, love, understanding, acceptance, empathy, being of service, like, that just, it catches, it's contagious, right? The reason why these cards are coming up is because this is a reminder of, like, this is you, this is your energy, and not only is this you, but I feel like this is the you that you also aspire to show up as and that you aspire to be in your community. It's hitting me because I feel like there could be a lot of hurt around someone not seeing you how you show up. And for whatever reason, like, it's not your pig, not your farm. If someone doesn't see you the way that you literally exist, then, like, they're looking through a lens of which you cannot, whatever the lens is, it's got nothing to do with you. It's got absolutely nothing to do with you. Someone not seeing you for how you show up has got literally nothing to do with you. So don't worry about that. But we are just being reminded of who you are and who you choose to be. Again, don't get knocked off that energy. If someone decides later to come back and be like, I was so wrong and I saw things so, I treated you so, all of that. If they come back and they're like, oops, I got you wrong. I got you so wrong. There is the very hurt part of you that is probably going to be like, yeah, you got me wrong. Screw you. And that's just not you. Okay. But we acknowledge your depth to feel that hurt. And you know what? Those feelings would be valid. If you're like, screw you guys, I'm going home. If you're doing all that, like, that's so valid. And there is a middle ground between, like, F you, and that's so fine, everything's okay. Like, there's a middle ground there. There's a place where you can be like, thank you. And then you decide your moves from there. But it doesn't have to be welcoming people back with open arms. But it also doesn't have to be like clapping back at them. Like, you will find that middle ground. But your guides are like, just remember, like, to show up how you authentically are and how you aspire to be. Which is just like, keep your energy yours. Because if you clap back and you just like get aggressive, I'm getting the feeling that you'd regret that later. You'd regret not just like showing up better. There's a time and space for all of the hurt feelings. For me, that time and space is in songwriting. Express the feeling and let it go. Let it be out. And then it's like, ugh, done. Don't think about it anymore. Okay. Let's get into this Knight of Cups. Done with that energy. Okay, universe, please. We have strength at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You move forward with this strength that is just, I wanted to say unmatched. It's not like there are lots of people that are strong, but I feel like you've never inhabited this much strength. There has not been a version of you that has existed that has inhabited this much strength. And it's strength in your vulnerability. It's strength in your actions and the words you say coming forward so authentically. And I think this has been worked towards. I really feel like you've had to hype and boost yourself up to be like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just say it. I'll just do it. I'll just take the next steps. I'll just put the steps forward. I'll go up and I'll do karaoke, or I'll send the risky text and I'll just say what's on my mind. And you've had to practice that. And now it feels like that becomes more second nature for you now. It feels more muscle memory to just like say what you're thinking and do the things that you feel like doing. And like dancing around to music, even though lots of people are like little things like that where you're like, oh, I kind of want to groove. I kind of want to sing along to the song. And you're just doing it and not noticing whether or not the people around you are watching or listening or what they think of that. You're just, okay. The way you are showing up by yourself is how you're showing up around other people. There is this absolute consistency that is coming into your world, because when you're alone, you can feel vulnerable. But that vulnerability, you're strong enough to inhabit that even when you're around other people, because there is such a high level of self-acceptance and self-love that you're like, doesn't matter what people say or do to me in this situation as I'm authentically showing up as myself. Nothing can shake me. I'm never going to feel a lack of love because I accept myself so much. And it's just strength. I don't feel like y'all have ever, because I've been tapping into you guys as collective for a long time. There's a lot of self-love here, but I remember there was a reading a while back and it confused me. And I was like, there's still another level of self-love for you to get to. Even though you're already like very there, I feel like you're stepping into it now. It's like, oh, there is this whole other tier of self-love, self-acceptance, and authenticity that I didn't even know existed. And here it is. And that's the strength that you are carrying. It's you just showing up around other people exactly as you would by yourself. Exactly. Universe, please, insight and information. Any more words on this Knight of Cups energy? Yes. Okay. We have the Four of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Star. Stop. Y'all, stop. When someone comes to you that with something that is less than you deserve, you are fully like, no. Okay, no. No. And I'm like, I feel like you're being so particular. It could be in someone's tone. It could be like just one sentence wrong where you're like, no. Now I feel like you are that empathetic heart, you're still heart-led, but your radar for what does not align is sensitive, very sensitive. The littlest thing is going to make it go off. And I feel like the more you're showing up authentically, the less the radar is having to go off because your energy is magnetizing the right people towards you. But when the wrong things start coming, I feel like it's literally draining you. And you have like absolutely no time. You're at the end of your rope for anything that's going to like pique your radar. And you're just like, absolutely not. Nope. No. And it's like, I think that's in muscle memory as well. That's a big thing coming through here. It's muscle memory. Now, the reason why I feel like this is coming through so strongly is because, again, you've inhabited this next tier of self-love. It's like, no, I would not let my friends hang out with this person. I don't think I'd be cool with someone talking about my friend like that or my partner like that. I don't feel like I'd be okay with anyone using that tone on my sibling. I'm not going to let them say that to me. I'm not going to let someone misinterpret me like that. I'm not going to let anyone judge me like that. I'm not going to let anyone project their stuff onto me. Like, I'm just not, because you see yourself so beautifully. There is this like, oh gosh, the fuzzy feeling. Oh, there's just such a protective energy around you, and it's emanating from you. And it's like, it's so expansive. I feel like I've been saying the same things in the readings, but like, you're coming into this chapter that is so bright and bubbly and effervescent and strong and solid and centered. I feel like you deserve this. You deserve the protection that you're giving yourself. And I feel like you're not second guessing it at all. You're not second guessing any moves that you're making, because you know that your sensitive radar for BS and things that do not align, that came from experience. Like, that thing is tuned, okay? What is it called when you like adjust a scale or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, it's locked in. Your radar is locked in. It's been trialed and tested. There's a word for it. Anyways, if you can think of it, let me know. Let's get into this last Eight of Pentacles energy. Universe, please. Insight and information. Any words of advice, anything that we need to know about this Eight of Pentacles energy as this beautiful collective stays on their grind. Okay. Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Queen of Wands. Okay. So a couple of different things came through here. Let's not use your work as a way of avoiding problems. I know that some people in this collective are workaholics, so I just wanted to disclaim that, but I don't think that's the main thing. I really see your path changing quite rapidly. Oh my God, black cat. I always see myself as like a black cat energy. But also just before I saw this little black cat up for adoption on Facebook, and I was like, oh, could I? It's just this little shadow with eyes. Anyways, I don't know about that. I'm actually allergic to cats. Anyways, I think your path is going to change. I think you're going to end up doing things that are so beyond what you thought you might be doing, but also kind of in the same-ish field, but I just don't think it ever occurred to you. I think there is going to be a period of processing pathways that maybe you didn't end up walking down when it comes to your work and your career. You might be having some issues with sleep at the moment as well. You're going to inhabit something that is so much more aligned to you. You're actually going to find, I think there's a field in your like industry that you have not considered. And if you were to do that, it would align with you better than anything else that you'd ever known. Like, for example, it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago that I did a cruise gig where I was like a singer on a cruise ship. And I had no idea that would be something that I would be into. I don't even really do that much like corporate singing. But I was like, oh my God, if I knew about this earlier, because I love it so much, like I would have changed my entire life from high school onwards to work towards that as a goal. There is something like that in your field that's kind of like a little bit left of center, that when you do it, it's going to be like, oh my God, this feels so good. And I think that with that, there might be a period of like, well, do I do this because I worked so hard in this area and I have all these things and I put in all this time and I put in all this blood, sweat, and tears to do this path? You can let yourself acknowledge that. Know that all of that is going to contribute to the new pathways that you walk down. I don't think there's anything that you're going to put down that you can't pick up again. So I don't feel like you've entirely lost it. But I think your path is going to be changing. Can I get any more on that, please? Oh! We have the King of Wands. Oh my gosh, so many cards coming up. King of Wands. Page of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. The energy, this is what I feel. The energy from before, I feel like is not vibing the fact that we didn't give it as much time as we are currently giving it. So it's like intersecting. That's why all these cards flew out. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Sure. All right. There is definitely an energy around you that, like I said at the start of the reading, just ruminating, misread, maybe low-key has like some daydreamy things about you that they probably don't even acknowledge to themselves. There's just a lot of regret. There's a lot of thought of action, but not taking action. And I feel like that energy could be lingering around you and potentially just be slightly disrupting your grind, which we talked about before. Let's see what the universe wants to say to help you with that. What's gonna... I feel like the big thing is like, you're just gonna take people for where they are. I feel like you already know how to deal with it. 3 of Swords. Yeah. You already know how to deal with this, which is like you feel the pain until it's felt. You feel it entirely and fully. You feel it to its fullest extent. You don't hold any parts of it back, and then you let it go. I have a bit of my own process. And now I like have all these things happen to me and I process things so quickly. It's like actually wild. I was in a almost 4-year relationship, and I processed that in just a few days because of the processes I'd set up since my first relationship when I was 17. Well, I actually messed it up that time. So this is what I do. When someone leaves your life, not like passing away, that's different. But when you go through a breakup, friend breakup, or a relationship breakup or anything, you're going to have 72 hours of grieving. Like 72 hours of absolute devastation, right? You can either get that done as soon as it happens, or you can suppress that and have those hours come up later in your life. Now, the first time I ever got broken up with, I cried for maybe like 2 hours, just like being sad for 2 hours. And then immediately it's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to feel this way, and I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to let them win. Dumb, right? Okay. Because if I just got it done then, I wouldn't have been sad where I tried to repress it for like how many years after that. This is the delayed emotional processing. That's what this is. It's going to be so much more helpful to you to be a present emotional processor. What's 72 hours? What is that? 3 days? 3 days? 4 days? Less than a week. Bruh, less than a week. Just spend that week being morose about something, and then You'll be able to move on. And then when your body knows how to do that, and knows that you're going to be able to get it out, the period of time will get shorter, which it actually has for me. That period of time gets shorter and shorter every time. I'm having to cry and then I'm like, oh my God, okay, now I'm done. Like I'm ready to go. When these feelings come up, let them be there. They just want to be expressed. And when you don't express it and you suppress it, it's going to come back later. It's going to come back later. They haven't gone anywhere. It's just emotional bypassing, you know, like it's got to come through somewhere. Anyways, let's get into some oracles so I can go eat my lunch before I have more lessons. Let's have a look. Transformation. Babes, new era. What have I been saying? New era for you. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. I really feel like you might even notice things physically changing. Like it might be represented as like literal weight off your body. Like just sense of calm. You might find yourself like not rushing. Like there isn't some underlying anxiety because you're just so at peace and self-love and self-acceptance. You might even be looking at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh my God, cute. And then growing pains, healing, patience, unconscious. It's a process. It's a process. Just as much as there's this like huge transformation that you are in the midst of, I know that you know that this comes from feeling it all, processing it all, and accepting yourself. So don't get it twisted like, okay, everything's good now. No. Everything can be good, and also there can be some bad things going on, and there can be some heavy things, and integrating all of that is what is supporting this transformation. So know that that's the nourishment. It's the integration of and acceptance and love of all the different parts of yourself, fully feeling all these parts of yourself. That is what is making this chapter happen for you, and what will ensure that these energies continue to expand for you. I knew I'd feel like a million times better. Well, not that I didn't feel good. I was feeling great. But like, I knew it'd be amazing coming and hanging with y'all. So thank you. Thank you for letting me spend time in this energy. And I will see you in the next reading.